Well, South Africans who do not have wills are urged to make use of the free National Wills Week initiated by the Law Society of South Africa. The period opened from the 13th of September and will be open to the 17th of September, giving a chance to citizens to take the opportunity to have their wills drafted by qualified lawyers free of charge. For more, we're now joined by Attorney Sinawo Makangela. A very good afternoon to you, sir. Thanks so much for joining us here on SABC News this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Flo. Good afternoon to the viewers as well at home.
Nobody wants to think about their death, and writing a will puts people directly, in that position. How do we get people to put their last wishes in writing without, the negative thoughts that are associated with, drafting a will?
Well, Flo, death, it's inevitable. It's something that is going to happen for that eventuality. Now we have seen in the media spaces in instances where someone dies without leaving a will. There's always a litigation that is involved. The family is bereaved, but it does not have that moment of grieving to brief with the respect of their departed ones.
Yeah.
They have to be in and out of courts because there's a dispute. The other one is claiming this and the other one is claiming that.
Mm-hmm.
But if there is a will, everything is well organized. The departed is given a very dignity, a clean, no squabbles, nothing. Everything is dignified, everything is in order. And those who are left behind do benefit. The kids are well taken care of. They've got their homes. Those who are schooling are able to go to school because the resources that would have been left by their loved ones are well doing what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, and let's talk about the practicalities of putting together a will. What does it entail? Who can have their will drafted? We're talking about age, and generally, what can a person then say in their will? Actually,
during this week, this is a program that has been ongoing even before the existence of the Legal Practice Act. The Law Society would put aside a whole week wherein people of our country can just approach the attorneys to go and have their wills drafted. What you have in your possession, you approach an attorney, you have all the documents of your possessions, of your assets. You talk about the house, the title deed, the logbook, you have a car, the share certificate, you've got shares in certain companies. You approach an attorney because you must be able to deal with your assets, not somebody's assets, so that when the attorney is drafting a will, is having a proof that is able to identify those assets that belong to you. Where you are telling an attorney that this is how I want my assets to be dealt with in case I depart the living, the land of the living.
Yeah.
So it is very simple, it is practical, and one can pick up his or her documents in the morning and knock in the doors. And perhaps because now there's a new dispensation of the Legal Practice Act, attorneys who are participating in this program can be found on the website of the Law Society of South Africa. There are more than 1,000 attorneys throughout the country. Just pick up all your documents, you wake up in the morning, you go to the attorney's office, you ask the attorney to draft a will for you.
Is this any attorney that, the general public can approach? I mean, it being National Wills Week, what process do people then follow if they want to take advantage of this opportunity to have their wills well drafted for them?
Yes, those who are participating in this program, their details have been made available in the website of the Law Society. So it can be easy before you can even leave your house. If you go to that website, you see those attorneys who are participating in this program. You just call them and say, can I make an appointment? If they say come at 11, you pick up your documents, you go there at 11. You meet with an attorney, you consult, the attorney drafts a will for you free of charge. This is part of the Law Society for the attorneys to do their community service. They must give back to the community. It's pro bono services to the communities.
I'm concerned now when you're saying that people can log on to a certain website and be able to find those attorneys. We know very well that there are our grandmothers, old elderly family members who are in villages or in places where perhaps they're not able to access that sort of technology. And I wonder again if this opportunity is then being given to people who would ordinarily be taking advantage of it and would ordinarily be on the internet. What about those people who are living, let's just say in townships, for example, and they wanted to be clear who is to take over their property and so forth when it comes to the drafting of a will? I'm just concerned about that we're not speaking to everyone.
Well, the Law Society has been advising members where they are practicing, because in all the towns, small or big town, there are attorneys, and those attorneys belong to the Law Society of South Africa. Law Society has been advising the members, asking them that make these services available to those people. They need these services the most. As you put it, Flo, you are correct. They've got assets, they've got their stock, livestock. They know those are assets, real assets. They now need to know how these assets will be dealt with. And they've got their own wishes. Those wishes need to be reduced into writing. So all our members are advised to assist the community members where they are. Somebody in Mthatha does not have to go to East London. He must go to Mthatha. There are attorneys here available to assist the members of the public to draft these wills. These documents are very, very important. We know it's a bad picture, Flo. You might have seen for the past few days, prominent people, we know that matters are in court, because one of the things that must come into the will, not only the asset, how you must be buried as a person, where you must be buried. It helps that because the dispute starts with how the burial rights must be exercised. So the will resolve all those issues because it gets to be read out from that day, from the word go. The moment one dies, a will is read out to say this is how the funeral, this is how the burial of the person is going to be dealt with. So it is very, very important.
All right. Sinawo, thank you so very much for giving us your time. We certainly do appreciate it. And I hope that a lot of people do heed the call indeed to have their wills drafted and take advantage of this week that is being done for free. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, Flo. All
right. So wills can be drafted for free from 13th to the 17th of December. We certainly do encourage you to get that in order. All right. Well, the